Cat. What are you doing? No. Come on. Come on. Get down. Come on. All right. So, the PCs managed to convince Captain Phasma that they were telling the truth, although she suspects that these players are a dangerous element. And they're escorted to a waiting room. So we'll have a couple guards, couple minion guards. Captain Phasma goes off to do her, regular stuff. Actually, here, let's just do that. So the players are going to be escorted to the waiting room. The troopers escort them and hand them over. Oh, I see, actually. Actually, let's go ahead and put those back. This was the threat. So it's not going to be a setback. This is going to be a minion of stormtroopers stays to guard but a junior officer is in the waiting room. Oh. With the PCs. The troopers hand your gear to the junior lieutenant on duty, and then leave, except for one minion group. The lieutenant, the only other person in the room, smiles pleasantly as he opens up a wall storage unit. Hello, I'm Lieutenant Dormit. I'm sure the inspection will only take a moment. You know it's only a matter of time before the First Order finds the data pads on your ship. If you're going to escape before that happens, now is the time to ask. So the minions are, the trooper minions are outside the waiting area. I think, yeah, we're going to do an athletics check, and we're going to, one of the players is going to leap past, it's going to be Firabon. Firabon is going to leap past, or attempt to leap past Lieutenant Dormitz, and grab the weapons from the storage area and distribute those to the players. So we're going to go ahead. That's going to be, let's do an easy athletics check, and building the pool. Athletics is there. I'm going to spend one of the dark side points and add a setback. Okay, so let's go ahead and, well, no, the players are we're just gonna go back and forth with this. The players are gonna go ahead and add a boost die with one of the destiny points. So let's go ahead and roll that. Oop. So that, whoa, man, the proficiency dice got me nothing. That's a success and an advantage. So that is actually going to work. So the players leap forward, or Fira leaps forward, grabs weapons from the canister, loads everybody up with their equipment, and says, "Get in there, get in the corner." So the thing about this is that the players will know that they have to disable the tractor beams, or they're just going to get drawn back in. So they've got to go get the Sunstrider, and they've got to disable the tractor beams. I think what they're going to do. Yeah, so, okay, so what they're going to do is they're going to actually, one of them is going to dress up. Tyrus is going to dress up as the lieutenant. And so Tyrus is going to appear to be the lieutenant. And the players are going to get on either side of a door of the door out, and with the minions outside. So Tyrus is disguised as the lieutenant, and is going to call in the stormtroopers, and then they're gonna attack and knock him out. So we're gonna roll the initiative. You know what? I mean, there's only one of them. We're gonna go ahead and just say that the PCs go before these guys. Well, let's roll a vigilance. Let's roll a vigilance. Vigilance of 2. Let's just see what they get. If they get really good, 1 success, 1 advantage. So they're going to be like in the middle. Let's go ahead and let 2 PC groups, or 2 PC slots, and then the NPCs, the minion group. So we'll go ahead and do that, because actually, the rules say that, or that the adventure says that the PC should have added a boost die, and a sec back dice to the stormtroopers. So that's going to pump the players up in the top. So we're going to go ahead and we'll just give them a free round, and then the minions will go last. Actually, let's just do it that way. So Firabon. So we're gonna call them in. They're gonna come in, and Firabon is gonna attack first with. I don't know. Should we do that? Nah, we're gonna do We're gonna do blaster. She's gonna use her blaster on him. So 2. And let's see what we're gonna do short range, I think. So let's go ahead and we'll do the let's do all of these guys. So we're gonna have short range. We're gonna have Germ, Bormo up front, and then we'll get Tyrus disguised as the lieutenant is going to be in the back of the room, medium. So let's have Drum go first. And he's going to attack with the shock stave. Did not get that, so it's going to be 2 difficulty. 2 difficulty against a proficiency and 2 ability. Yeah, let's just go with that. And there's only 2 of the stormtroopers here. Boy, that's a lot of threat. But no. One threat. 2 successes and 1 threat. So I think Bormo is gonna have gonna trips or something. He got him, but he's gonna have a setback on his next attack. So that's 3 successes. So that's 7 plus 3 is 10. And soak value of 5 with a rune threshold of 5. So 1 of the 2 is dead. And then let's go ahead and build a pool for Fira. long shot blaster, 2 proficiency, 1 ability. Okay, let's go ahead and roll that. Oh, okay, that missed, but she's got 2 advantage, so she's gonna have a boost die on the next. The next person to attack is gonna have a boost die. And let's go ahead and get Marlee in. Marlee's got her blaster pistol. She did not take that upgrade to ranged. So we're going to do 1 plus a bonus for setting those guys off. The last guy off balance. And then it's going to be a proficiency and 3 ability dice. Okay, let's go ahead and roll Marlee against the last trooper. That looks pretty good. It's 2 failures, but I've got 3 successes, so that's 1 success and 4 advantages. She gets a critical on 3, so she's gonna waste this guy, completely waste this guy. Okay, so we're back to regular exploration. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have. Who's the best at stealth? Marlee's pretty good. Marlee, stealth. Okay, so Marlee is going to not dress up as a stormtrooper, but the other 2, Firabon and Durm Bormo they're going to dress up as First Order troopers. Tyrus is going to stay dressed as the lieutenant. Oh, let's see. I think they're going to go. They're assuming that there's going to be some sort of. Oh, I should have done that. So anyhow, Firabon is going to disguise herself as a First Order trooper. Drum is going to disguise. Tyrus is still disguised as a lieutenant. So those 3 are going to are going to be disguised, and Marlee is going to try and stealth, and Marlee is going to try and stealth around the hangar to the Sunstrider. So she's going to try and get to the Sunstrider, and the other 3 are going to try to get to sort of a maintenance hatch as a maintenance area to take care of the tractor beam. Whoa, hello. Actually, those 2 are going to do it, and then actually what's going to happen is the lieutenant is going to join Marlee. The disguised lieutenant is going to join Marlee in trying to stealth, or is going to march up to the Sunstrider and try to distract, so that Marlee gets a bonus to her stealth. So let's go ahead. Let's start with the maintenance area. So the 2 who are disguised as as the troopers, are going to head into the maintenance area. And walk down the corridor and into that access hatch and descend into the maintenance area below. It's there's signs everywhere that says where it's at, and it's cramped area, twisting and crawling spaces, and pipes and lots of grubbins on the wall and things like that. Hissing machinery. There's two when they get into the maintenance area. There's two techs here. They're gonna do a deception check. Past these two techs. Okay, so they're gonna do a easy deception check. Let's see. Which one of them should do the deception? Deception is 2 ability or 1. Well, so it's going to be 2. It's going to be 2 ability versus an easy check. I think that they're going to spend 1 of the destiny points to add a boost to that. So let's go ahead and see if they manage to bluff past these 2 techs. And they do 2 successes, so that works out great. They managed to bluff. Yeah, we're here to take a look. Step aside. So they just go in and without any really difficulty, they get past those 2 techs just in their uniforms. They manage to turn off they find the right emergency shutoff switches. To turn off the power to the tractor beams, and then they head back out. So they are going to head back out towards the Sunstrider. In that general direction. And then we've got Marley and the disguised lieutenant heading towards the Sunstrider. So there's going to be a minion group of stormtroopers that are stationed here. And we're going to have them do a check to see if they realize what's going on. And it's going to be a hard vigilance check. So they're going to have to do a hard check. So it's a full group. This is going to be a full group of 3. So that's 2 proficiency and 1 ability. I think the players are going to go ahead and spend a destiny point to add a setback to that. So let's go ahead and roll that. Let's see. Let's see if that minion group figures it out. Figures out what's happening. Fail. Threat. So that's actually 2 successes. So they got 2 successes. They realize that something is wrong. So this is actually, so it's going to actually be 3. Yeah, so full group of 3. So we've got a group of 3 troopers here, and then we're also going to have a group of 3 troopers at the back doing some sort of guarding thing as they are want to do. Hey, stop. So we've got this other group. Let's say they they're over here talking to the techs or whatever. I need to do a quick think here. Piloting. Okay, Firaban is the other pilot. The other good pilot, anyway. So I think Firaban and Derm are going to try and head to one of these trooper carriers. And then Tyrus and Marley are going to head to the Sunstrider. And we're going to have to roll. I'm just going to, you know what? I'm just going to use this existing initiative. NPC, PC. Okay, so there. Got 2 NPCs. So I think Marley is going to attack. And Firabon is going to attack. And then we'll let those guys go. Okay, so Marley has proficiency. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's go back to combat, and so Derm and Firabon are at 1, and Tyrus and Marley are at another, and then we've got the 2 minion groups. What was the spacing? Let's say this one right here is at short range, and this one is this one is at short, and then this one is medium. Short, and then these are at medium. And these are both in the front lines. Okay, so Marley is going to attack. Oh shoot, I had the desk on. Anyhow, so here's combat again. Marley is going to attack against short range. I'm going to go ahead and spend one of the destiny points to add a setback. Maybe she, like, as she was creeping around the back of the Sunstrider, she doesn't quite have a great shot because she's being stealthy. Okay. So that actually works out pretty well. That's one success. One success and 2 advantages. And so that's a damage of 6 plus 1. No critical. So 6 plus 1, that takes out one of the troopers. Oh, wait, they've got a soak value. They've got soak of 5. So let's see, this is the one group, and then this is the other group. Okay, so this is the top group, and this is the bottom group. And so 6 plus 1 is 7, so 5. So we're going to take one of the minions down to 3. It was not ideal, but we'll go with it. Now the klaxons are starting to go off because firing has started to happen. And we're going to go ahead and give Firabon an attempt to damage one of the other minion group, and she's got the long blaster, and it's going to be medium range, so that's 2 difficulty and 2 proficiency and 1 ability. I'm going to go ahead and spend one of these destiny points to put a setback, because she's moving quickly across. It was just awkward to turn around and try and shoot. So I think that's good. And so that's 2 successes and 2 advantages. Not enough to do a critical, but that's an 8, 9, 10, and 5 soak. So that's 5. So one of those troopers is dead. And then it is going to be an NPC's turn. So let's go ahead and have the trooper that was near Tyrus and Marley is going to go ahead and try to attack. And it's short range. And it's all 3 of them. So that's 2 proficiency and 1 ability. Yikes. And the players are going to go ahead and spend one of the destiny points to add a setback to that. Yikes. Okay, well, let's go for it. Kitty, what are you doing? Come on, move. Come on. Come on, out of the way. Come on. Yeah, I know, whatever. Okay, so that's 2 successes. Damage 9, so that's 11. Not enough for a critical. We've got a soak of 5, so that's 6. Okay, so she's down to 9. Fira is down to 9. Oh wait, no, not Fira. Let's say it's Marley because she fired. So she's got a soak of 3. So that's 8. Yikes. Okay, so Marley went from 12 to 4. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. And then a PC is going to go. So Tyrus is going to shoot at one of the trooper group. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to use Heavy Blaster, 1 difficulty, proficiency in 2 abilities. How are we doing on the... Well, I'm gonna go ahead and spend one. Spend a destiny point and put a setback on that. So he freaks out because Marley got super wounded. Threat. So 1 threat. So he misses and is going to get a setback on the next. Okay, and so then we've got the other stormtrooper group is going to shoot at Firabon. So that's going to be short range. And there's only 2 of them now, so that's going to be 1 proficiency and 2 ability. That's 1 success, and that's it. So that's going to be 10 damage. Soak of 5 is 5. So she is at... So Firabon is at 10. Marley is at 4. And that leaves Drum. So Drum is going to use his movement to go ahead and run into... so Drum is going to finish up moving into this troop carrier and is going to start up the engine and get it ready to go. And then we're back. We've flipped all the way around. Oops, I didn't show you. So Drum has moved to the to this troop carrier, troop transport, and is starting up the engine. And we're back at the top of the round. Marley is going to run into the Sunstrider and start it up. And that's the top 2. So then this Stormtrooper group, I think, is going to go ahead and we're going to have... So Marley and Drum are both inside those ships, starting up the engines. And so that trooper is going to try and get... and it's all 3 of them. So it's 2 proficiency and 1 ability. And yeah, they're going to spend 1 to put a setback to that. So let's go ahead and do that. Wow, that's a lot of advantages. That's 2 successes and 2 advantages. Owie, owie. So we're gonna give Tyrus a setback for his next thing, and he's gonna take 9, 10, 11. Soak of 4. 7 against 12. So he's got 5 left. That is not very good. Okay, so Tyrus has 5 left. So I think next we're going to have Tyrus is going to leap into the Sunstrider, and they're going to take off. So Tyrus and Marley have leapt into the Sunstrider, and they're getting ready to take off, and the Stormtroopers trying to shoot them. And then we have the PC left. So let's go ahead and anyhow. So this was the setup. So Marley and Tyrus have both stepped off into the Sunstrider. So they're in the Sunstrider here and closing the door behind them as that minion group of Stormtroopers tries to shoot at them. And then we're going to have this other minion group try and shoot at Firabon. So let's go back to the combat. So they're going to try and shoot Firabon. So that's 2 difficulty. And there's only 2 of them left. So that's 1 proficiency and 2 ability. They're going to go ahead and spend 1 of the destiny points to add a setback to that. So let's go ahead and have them shoot. That looks like oh no, it's a success. It's 2 successes, and that's it. So 2 successes. So that's going to be 9 plus 2 is 11. Holy crap. So that's 6. So Firabon is down to 4. Boy, everybody's down to single digits now. 4 and 4 and 5. So we gotta call this up. We gotta get this going. So now it's a PC slot. So we're gonna go ahead and go back to the PC slot, and Firabon is gonna leap onto this troop transport with Drum, and they're gonna take off. So both the Sunstrider and this troop transport now. So the quad jumper and the troop transport are taking off, and there's no transporters. So yeah, I guess actually I was supposed to have Captain Phasma show up after the second round, at the back of the hangar bay. So she actually shows up at the back of the hangar bay as you know, the players leap into their ships and start taking off, and you know, all the stormtroopers are shooting, trying to, you know, shoot at the ships as they leap out from the bay into space. And the ships lurch into the air as the hatch closes, blaster bolts bouncing off, Captain Phasma entering the hangar bay, and both ships punch the throttle and zoom forward, and through the mag containment field and into the vastness of space. Brilliant green laser blasts erupt around you as you desperately try to reach the hyperspace coordinates. Your ship's shudder near misses before finally you grasp the hyperdrive levers and make the jump to light speed. And that is their escape. So the players have now escaped from the clutches of the First Order. They have First Order Stormtrooper disguises, and they have let's see, Marley and Tyrus are in the quad jumper, and they have managed to stop that. And they've managed to escape with one of the First Order troop transports, and then we're gonna basically, the wrap up of this this entire adventure is that as the PCs return to the quest to deliver that information to the Resistance, they've succeeded in avoiding the Struce clan and, more importantly, escaping the clutches of the First Order. But you know, their adventures are just beginning, and we'd reward experience points at the end of this adventure. Basically, it'd be 15 extra point, or an extra 10, so they'd get an extra 10 to spend on upgrading their character sheets. And And then we get to decide what the next adventure is as they head off towards Hosnian Prime to meet with the envoy of Princess Leia Organa and transfer the knowledge of a bunch of First Order bases to the Resistance. So that's the end of the beginner game. Star Wars role-playing game, The Force Awakens, Discovery on Jakku. The players have escaped with the information. They gained some experience, and they're headed off to meet the Resistance. And thanks for watching.